transitioned to being a man, and now she's back to being a woman who just got engaged to a gay man. This is Raven Thompson, and she's going viral after her fiance announced their engagement. And now everybody's saying, see, this is why nobody takes the LGBT community seriously. It turns out that this beautiful woman used to be a lesbian stud who dated women. And then she transitioned to being a man full time. And then, out of the blue, she was scrolling on Tinder when she met Jeremy T. Jones, an influencer in Mississippi. Jeremy had already been through his own rite of passage, having been married twice to two different men. But this time, he says something was different. Jeremy says they began chatting on the app and then spending time together. And then over time, she made the decision to go back to living life as a woman. And he supported her. Just 18 weeks after they started dating, Jeremy proposed to Raven. And she said yes. While everybody's scratching their head trying to figure out how is this going to work out, Jeremy says it's simple. A man and a woman fell in love. But Jeremy also has a word for the haters who's calling him out and saying he's still gay.
I really just can't believe y'all this bad that I got some cat. Damn!
Well, I guess it's time for something new. Jeremy and Raven will soon be something they've never experienced before. Husband and wife. What do you think of this story? Leave a comment to let me know.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakahakudash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the 1/3 women that are out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you I say shalom, Lord willing. This video is edifying. It's going to be centered around this reaction to a video of just madness, utter madness is the best way to describe it. And of course, at the forefront is Jake, okay, because our people have been conditioned and pushed into these different alternative lifestyles and these degenerate ways of thinking, okay? But the root of it is America, Babylon the Great, right? The place of great confusion and immorality and abominations, okay? Yeah, Jake participates, but Jake is not the orchestrator of it all. The orchestrator is America. And, what proves that is that this place will, tax you if you are a nation or a country that, has traditional values like, a man being with a woman, women being in order under men, or, anything that's moral or not a perversion of how things are supposed to be. This place will invade you for under that guise, right? They'll declare war on you under the guise of women are, are oppressed, meaning your women are not whores, right? LGBTQ rights, meaning everybody's not gay, right? So this is what this place pushed, through various different entities like Hollywood, right? Social media, laws and legislation. School, right? This place will literally teach you these things in school, right? They got a whole section in the library of, alphabet novels, right? They even have a kids section for it, right? So that's how defiled and just how, far off the radar this place has, has become, right? That's why you have to, you cannot, if you are intertwined in this place and you have any type of, infatuation with America, this is what it leads to. Okay. This is what comes of it. This is Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. And this is another example of being destroyed with the sword destruction. I mean, talk about confusion, right? A woman transitioning to a man, transitioning back to a woman to marry a homosexual man. Nuke this place already, right? That's why when people look at this place, foreigners, they come here and they're like, what the, because they see the lure, right? They see what's presented in the movies and all that shit. And then they come here and they see fentanyl addicts. They see delusioned, insane people, right? They see the pushing of these different abominable agendas, right? To destroy families and to destroy morale, right? A godless society. That's why the Lord said, arise and depart. Now, can we physically leave? I mean, maybe a few of us, but most of us are stuck here, right? Most of us are stuck here. So it's not even about actually leaving this place, right? We want to be delivered from out of this place. So we have to turn back to the Heavenly Father, right? Worship his Son and keep his laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, right? And that's the key to not being defiled by this place, all right? Because in this place, you are forced to live alongside it, all right? You just can't escape it. You might, your child might be in school and their teacher might be a homosexual, You're forced into this. This isn't anything you have a choice in, right? And this is Revelations 17 and 2, with whom the kings of the earth, Revelation 17 and 4, and the woman who was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication, right? Because this place, the Lord, he, compares it to a woman, right? It's likened it to a woman. A woman, for one, is seductive, okay? A woman seduces, all right? And another thing about a woman, women are evil. Scriptures tell you all wickedness is as little to the wickedness of a woman, and that's the spirit that this place comes in, okay? You see the things that go on here, and it's baffling, right? But we see it so much, it's almost desensitized. You're almost desensitized to it, okay? But it's made to look a certain way. When you watch all these shows and, when you see, on social media and, various different, even in real life, right? You look at the homosexual community, right? The alphabet community, they got money, man. Living in high rises, downtown area, lofts, right? They don't get discriminated against. They got diversity, equity, and inclusion. So they might get a job in a high position just because of the fact that they, participate in abominable lifestyles, right? Women the same. Okay, women are put here and they're made to be, this glorious coveted, desired thing. But really, most women in this society are fucking useless, right? Don't know how to do nothing, right? Bad decision makers. Okay, raising up these, these fairies, right? These prancing fairies. All right, and hey, when you don't know better, it entices you, right? If you don't have the protection of the Lord, it entices you. I mean, adultery in this place is rampant, man. Right? Every show has it. Every movie promotes it. Okay. And upon her head was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. This place is completely abominable, man. Okay, and that cup is what those philosophies. I mean, you could go to prison, and the government will give you a loan to get a sex change, right? Or you identify as the opposite sex in some states, and you could go to, whatever, whatever prison you identify with, right? It was a case where, an inmate identified as a woman and got to be in a dorm, a prison dorm with women, and knocked 3 of them up, right? This place is insane. It does not, it does not make sense. All right, you get rewarded in this place for being weak, right? Everybody's a drug addict, antidepressants and happy pills everywhere. This place is insanity, man. All the worst things are promoted, okay, as good, right? And then you wonder why people look at this place and they're sick of it, man. It's like, what the hell, This place is insane. This is Revelations 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Right, all these different nations have gotten into bed with this whore, man, and they all came up burnt. Some in a country now wrong. It's mass protests, right? Women are out of control, birth rates declining. And it's all because you decided to do or to take on the ways of this whore, man, this bitch by the name of Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America. Okay. And of course, yeah, you get some funds on the side, but guess what? The money's fake, right? The stock markets for everything is artificial in this place. And that's why these nations are waking up to her and they're mad. All right. There is no bounds of that this place won't cross. I mean, even with its own allies, you see what's happening in the news, right? It's just chaos, man. Absolute chaotic, right? And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, because this place is going down. Okay, thermonuclear missiles is what's going be the icing on the cake. That's what's going to top it off, right? But up until that point, it's a steady decline. Okay, steady decline. And if you're intertwined with this place, if you're entangled with the affairs of this world, right, then you're going to go down with it. Okay, because you're going to be drawn into this drama that America is. Okay. And that's where we're abstaining from. We're not trying to be a part of this destruction, right? For what's going to happen. And you look at it and you see shit like that and you like, how long, Lord? You know, how long do we got to see and witness this? But we're witnessing. We are witnesses against this place, right? For the things in which we're seeing and we have to endure, right? All the injustices. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High. This place is God-forsaken. But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues they call peace. And that's what this place does, man. Okay? People here have gotten, used to economic collapses to the points where now they buy the dip. You got to buy the dip. Not understanding that eventually the chickens gon' come home to roost, man. You can't just keep kicking the can down the road. This economy is going to fail. But people are so immune to it after seeing it and hearing it so many times that they don't even take it serious. Okay, same with everything else, right? The foods that they eat. All right. Well, it's good, though. I mean, you grew up off these different vaccines. So, and they think that these things are good. Right. Like there's nothing wrong with it. We just over exaggerate, not understanding that this is the worst quality of life the world has ever sustained. Right. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revealings of strange rites, right? We see this all the time, right? Planned Parenthood, right? These different festivals and shit, right? That these people go to, Coachella, Burning Man. Now, understanding these things all have symbolic meanings behind it, right? And the ceremonies that they least do, Bohemian Grove, and these different meetings that they do in secret, nobody pay no mind to them. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer defiled, but either one slew another traitorously or grieved him by adultery. And like I said, adultery in this place runs rampant, man. Being a cuck is like it's like a fad now, right? Where it's a bunch of men out there who like to watch their woman get popped, right? It's fucking wild, man. Okay? Niggas marrying porn stars and OnlyFans creators, right? Passing around all the same women. You look at these celebrities and athletes, they all sharing the same women. Jumping from rod to rod, and they, happily taking them. But what that normalizes that action, right? If they're doing it, then people are gonna look at that like, well, shit. If LeBron doing it, then nothing wrong if I could do it too. Then because they idolize these people. And another thing, idolatry is super heavy in America, so that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, disassimilation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. You see online, man, the lack of shame, especially these women got, man. But these men too. I seen a video, a man talking about he in love with a woman with HIV, and he thinking about giving himself HIV to be with her. Like, what is this place, man? What is this? Right? Changing of kinds, right? You got fucking, a frog can't be a frog no more, man. Right? You got fucking men want to be women, then women want to be men, and then, just all type of crazy shit. And to the point where now if you're 12 years old In some states, you're autonomous as far as medical decisions. So now a 12-year-old can decide if they want to start transitioning to being the opposite sex. This is America, man. This is what happens in this place. Okay? This is why we beg and pray and ask the Lord, please deliver us, man. Please bring us from out of this hell, man. This place is hell. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. And this place, America, is an idol itself, right? America itself is an idol. And in this place, idols are, premium, right? Whether it's fucking Christmas, whether it's the American Idol, whether it's woman, whether it's your favorite athlete or actor, whatever it is, man, or actual idol like fucking Mary or, Jesus or whatever, man. Rampant with it. And that's why Jake is so gone, because Jake, is in idol heaven, right? So many different gods. I mean, it's just on $1 alone is reverencing like 2-3 gods, right? And Jake love that money. The money itself is an idol, right? This is Revelations 18:9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, because this place is going to get melted by thermonuclear missiles. Okay. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah. His spirit is going to be in those missiles, man, to turn this place into the world's largest desert, right? A lake of fire first, and when it's all said and done, it's going to be a big-ass desert. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment is come. Why? Because this place, sins have reached unto heavens. I mean, you look at fucking space, okay? Space is polluted. The oceans are polluted. They got trash islands the size of states floating out there in the ocean, man. It's too much. All right. The Lord, he cannot allow this place to continue, or the earth itself would die. Right. So, Lord will, that day comes soon. And with that, I give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Al Shah, Bashim Rakakwadash Wa, Abba, and DTA, DTN.